Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. So today I want to talk a bit about self-awareness and emotional intelligence, which is really important for our day-to-day. And so I came across this children's book. It is a children's book, okay? I don't want anyone to get offended by it. Um, it is called The Grumpy Monkey. And I think it's a very interesting book that actually addresses self-awareness and emotional intelligence, which is great. So it's basically about this monkey that woke up one morning, and the morning was beautiful. Clear skies, it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too windy. It was just a beautiful day. However, that day, that monkey woke up and everything seemed wrong. That sounds familiar, right? When we say we just got out of the bed from the wrong side and stuff like that. That happens to us. So there's this gorilla who is friends with the monkey. And the monkey is like, what's going on? What's going on? And the gorilla was confused. He was like, what are you talking about? Everything is like great. But it was great for the gorilla, not for the monkey. Okay? So the gorilla said, why are you grumpy? And the monkey was like, I'm not grumpy. What are you talking about? I'm not grumpy. What are you talking about? Right? So the gorilla says to the monkey, it's such a wonderful day. Why are you grumpy? And the monkey insisted that he was not grumpy. He was not grumpy. Okay? So the gorilla pointed out that, yes, you are. Look at the way you're standing. So now the monkey became self-aware of how he was standing, which made him look grumpy, which was not what he wanted to project, but he wasn't feeling great that day. So instead of the monkey saying, I'm not going to do anything about it, what he did, he stood up straight, he loosened up, okay, and he started dancing. You see, I'm not grumpy. So something started to change. But it was something that was pointed out because he wasn't aware of his body posture. Okay? Then they kept on talking, and the gorilla again said, hey, why are you grumpy? And he said, I am not grumpy. He had loosened up, remember? His body was like loosened up. And there's this other person looking at him, and they're going, yes, you are. You're grumpy. He says, no, I'm not. He said, but look at your eyebrows. They all bunched up. So they're like this. See, they're like this. I'm losing up, but I'm like this. So the monkey again became self-aware of something that he was doing, and then he loosened up his eyebrows. So this kept on going on because I'm not going to go through the whole book, right? And the gorilla kept on helping him on, you look grumpy, okay? Now the monkey wasn't focused on how he started out his day. Something was wrong. Something was helping him, the gorilla was helping him discover, hey, even though you want to say you're not grumpy, everything else says you are grumpy. Then he told them, and this is important, he says, you've changed all this, but you're still grumpy. It's like you're frowning. Okay? So the monkey starts smiling. I'm happy, you see? Anyway, The day kept on going, and then the monkey still wasn't feeling right, even though he had done all these things. And this gorilla was nice enough to point out, hey, if you don't want to say that you're grumpy, then you should probably change all this, which he wasn't aware of. At the end of the day, after a lot of things happened, the monkey was feeling sad for himself. He wasn't feeling right. He started out the day wrong, then he was pointed out certain things, and he was just reflecting on all this. He wasn't feeling right. But then here comes the gorilla. The monkey sees him, and he returned the favor. He's like, hey, why are you grumpy? And the gorilla said, well, it's not that I'm grumpy. And he explained what happened to him, why he had the face and why he had this, the eyebrows in a certain way. He had an issue, a porcupine. He had sat on a porcupine, and that hurts. But he'd explain. Something was going on, and he explained. So at the end of the day, they sat together. So even when he heard telling each other, hey, you're acting a certain way. Hey, you should probably change this so you look different. They helped each other out, and they learned to communicate. And this happens to us, and quite often. The end of the book says they both felt a little bit better. And why am I saying this? Is because many times we don't know what we're doing. We don't know how we're presenting ourselves. And having someone to point out you look a certain way or you're acting a certain way, it might help the person change that behavior that they didn't know they had, or that body position or posture that they are always showing that is not productive for them, because it's giving out the wrong vibes. So lesson to be learned here, we need to be able to help each other out. There needs to be a way where we can communicate these things to make the other person self-aware of whatever is going on with them, so that they can project themselves in a better way. So somebody needs to, if you're the monkey, then you need to have a gorilla. And at the end of the day, the monkey learn and help the gorilla out. And that's what we want. We want to learn from each other. So great story. Find a buddy who can help you with maybe certain behaviors that people have pointed out in the past, but you don't know how to work with those. How to be self-aware of when you're doing something or not doing something. Find that person you trust, so that at the end of the day, you feel better. Okay, so you can actually smile because you're not alone. Okay, so anyway, bye.